Hello, Virgo. Welcome into Don Williams Tarot. I hope this message finds you well. I'm doing well, thank you. Today's rounds of readings are messages from Spirit. I was guided in a meditation to do this round of readings in this way. I was given 4 questions to look at to help everybody assess, look at, evaluate what is going on with them in terms of how they're walking their spiritual path in conjunction with walking their practical path, of being a spirit in a body. And having a human experience, right? We kind of have to look at it from the other way around. Instead of human having a spiritual experience, we really are spirit having a human experience. So today I've got those 4 questions for you. I am going to lay out all of your cards. As I do that, I am going to then take myself off camera so we can concentrate on your cards. If you're brand new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would like and subscribe. If you are new, you might want to click that notification bell so that you are advised as to when I go live. I do go live at least twice a week, and you are invited to come and ask a question, and I'm happy to read cards for you and your life, specifically for you. The only thing I do ask is if you have a lot of questions, book a reading. I'm not an expensive reader. All of my details are in the description box below should you want a private reading. Okay. Lastly, I am also going to be starting a new offering of the medicine cards. The medicine cards are it is a platform, or it is an energetic that comes to us from the indigenous Native Americans. They work very closely and they honor Mother Earth, Father Sky. They are very in tune with nature and all of the woodland animals, all the animals. And so these animals that work alongside us, that are our totem animals that work with us and help us navigate some of the things that we are working through as a spirit in a body, right? Really do bring in some additional insights that are a little different and can be a little bit more, resonate a little bit more deeply within your heart. So look for that communication. I have done a couple of readings so far. I am getting feedback from people as to how they are a little different than just a normal tarot reading, in that you can utilize the energy of these animals to help you navigate some of the areas of your own life. Okay. The other thing about the totem animals is that the totem animals represent the medicine that they carry, and each of them emulate a person's abilities. So they kind of correlate with our talents, our challenges, and our strengths. So it's kind of really just an interesting pull, right? It's an interesting perspective. And I have to say, I was very surprised by the animals I got. I definitely have my favorites out there. I am definitely a whale girl, definitely a dolphin girl, definitely a buffalo. All the big cats, love all the big cats. I like wolves. So there's and ravens. I like the ravens. So I have a lot of them. So I was very surprised at what was chosen for me to work, that is working with me. And the thing about that 9 totems is you work with that energy for about a year before you can request another viewing or request another reading. So you work with them for a while. And I have found my awareness of things really enhanced because I started this new practice. So there is that. Okay, so I've split up your deck here. I'm going to lay out your cards. Then I'm going to explain to you what they all mean. So until then, again, if you're new to my channel, please click the like and subscribe button if you wouldn't mind. And that will notify you when I go live. Now I do have specific questions in mind for each of these rows. As you can say, I'm laying out the rows, from up to down. And that's how these rows are going to go. I'm not sure why some of my cards are backwards. I must have accidentally flipped something. Okay, Virgo. So you are showing up big and bold in your own reading in the very first position here as this magician. I don't have the Hermit, which is okay. We do have, let's see, other Pentacles. Do we have Pentacles? Pentacles. You have that 10 of Pentacles, which represents your Virgo energy as well. So it's looking good. You got that 9 of Pentacles as well. So the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles, progression. Okay, and then I'm going to pull 2 of these, which these are from the 4 agreements. And then I'm going to pull 2 messages from the universe to close out your reading. So now I'm going to take myself off camera. Again, give me that thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. And as I said, the columns are going up and down. Okay, so this first column is where we're going to start. And this first column, the question for this column is, what limiting beliefs are holding you back from reaching your full potential? And I feel as though this is saying, well, you're showing up. This is definitely your reading here, Virgo. You have the magician. The magician is definitely saying that you have a mastery and expertise. It's also talking about you having natural skills and talents. You are also a fantastic manifester, and this is about your resources. So I feel as though this is you're strongly showing up here in your own reading. So I feel as though you are standing in your sovereignty. The 8 of Swords for me does represent some layer of this can be confusion. You might be feeling as though you are tied up, you're bound, you are stuck, right? Stuck with your thoughts because the swords represent the way that we think. 8s, of course, are about our obstacles. And as this column is about what are your limiting beliefs that are holding you back? I feel as though it's just your own thoughts, it's your own feelings about things. It could be fear associated with it, fear of the unknown, fear of what direction you will go, fear of letting go of the old you, that you might really be making some big changes and you might not be feeling ready. But at the same time, this is self-imposed. This is also saying that you really need to be truthful with yourself. You really need to pull that blindfold, your rose-colored glasses off your head and really look and assess. You're in a place now on your path, on your spiritual path, where we're no longer being given an opportunity to be lazy. We really have to move forward, right? And a kind of what this card is really talking about is don't be afraid of your fears. Don't be afraid of the squawking birds. Don't be afraid of what other people are going to think about you. You just do this for yourself. You know that you are a sovereign being. You know you are a spirit in a body. You know that you are more spiritual than you are a practical ego, right? Even though we have both, and that is part of our job, is to manage and integrate and balance all of those energies. So I feel as though you need to really look deep. I think that you are in a place right now where you can no longer sit on the fence. You have to make choices. The 5 of Pentacles is definitely my card of feeling as though you have been left out in the cold, or that there is a level of sadness, a level of loss, a level of depression, stagnation here in this card. As you can see just by her body language, she's sitting on the ground, she's got her head down. She looks as though she's kind of despondent. She is wondering, she's sitting outside this door from this building that you don't really know what the building is. But at the same time, if she were just to be a little bit more astute, if she were just to pick herself up off the ground, she would recognize there's a key there that opens this door. Once she walks through that door, the universe is hers. She just has to realize that she is worth the work, that she is worth putting the energy in, that she is worth putting it out that effort, because then it will allow her to soar. It will allow her to make the changes, the slight changes in her life that she needs in order for her to have success, right? Now, the pentacles are typically about our physical securities and our resources. There are tons of resources available to you. You just have to make a decision as to start filtering through. Well, this makes sense and this does not. And, whatever that may be from the various opportunities that are there for you. But this is really picking yourself up. Even if you feel as though you have been pushed down, you have been let down, you have been, discouraged, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going forward. Those changes are coming in, and there is an opportunity for that world to be your oyster. Your second column here, Virgo, has to do with what spiritual lessons are you currently experiencing? Some of you are really feeling a lot of despondency. This right here is my card of nightmares. This is people are feeling, and it's funny because we do have 6 planets right now in retrograde. And regardless of whether you believe in astrology or you believe in any of that stuff at all, it really doesn't matter because it kind of has its own science behind it. You can look at the full moon at any time when it is full. We have a lot more accidents during that time. We have a lot more crime during that time. It affects the waves, right? Because that's when the tide comes in and you have a higher tide. It affects the water of those changes. And our earth is mostly water. Yes, there is a lot of land, but we have a big earth full of water, and our bodies are like, I don't know, 80 or 70, or I don't know what the percentage is of water. So if it can affect the tides, it can definitely affect you, whether or not you agree with it, right? So a lot of people have been reporting that they have had sleepless nights where they're waking up at odd hours of the day and night, or odd hours of the night, and not able to go back to sleep. So a lot of people are taking naps during the day if they can, that kind of thing. At the same time, with this 9 of Swords, it is saying that you need to continue progressing, right? The nines are about attaining, progressing, and advancement. The swords have to do with the way that you think, the way that you're thinking about things. If you don't change the way that you think, you're going to just keep circling this pattern right here. And it can feel as though, it can feel as though you're kind of in a victimhood kind of a thing. Why is this happening to me? Why am I the only one? Why is it that I can't resolve these issues? Why do they keep bothering me? Why do these thoughts keep rolling around in my head? And that's part of what your current lesson is to rise above those things, change the way that you're thinking about something. If you're having nightmares or if you're having dreams that are coming in that are bothersome to you, start a dream journal, whatever it takes in order for you to be able to move forward. You also have the 9 of Pentacles. So you have the 2 nines. Do we have any more nines? No. 2 nines. Okay. The 9 of Pentacles to me is definitely that card of symbolizing material comfort and abundance. She's definitely in a place of financial and practical security. So she is doing very well. She's feeling as though she's on top of the world. Also, she is the card, again, this is you're Virgo. She is also my pre-empress energy. So many of you are feeling as though I've got this, I'm on top, I know what I'm doing, I am bringing all of that information down, I am grounding it here into Mother Earth, and everything is in flow. My abundance is in flow. My creativity is in flow. My ability to manifest is in flow. So many of you are feeling as though you are in a good space. Then we progress to the 10. So you've progressed from the 9 to the 10. The 10 of Pentacles for me is definitely that card of leaving a legacy. This is leaving something behind for your children and your grandchildren and their children and their children. A lot of the stuff that's coming up for us to heal at this time has to do with things that happened in our past, things that were not healed from the past that need to be healed now in order for this planet to be able to move forward in its ascension process. But also, if we are going to go with her, if we're going to take that next step up, we are working on ways to clear those ancestry lines, right? So this is also tied into your ancestry. This is tied into the spiritual lessons, bringing in any of the energies from your ancestry to clear those energies. That's one of the things that I have done specifically very hard on my mother's side. My mother comes from Ireland. Really cleaning those lines up, recognizing that we are the culmination of the experiences of our ancestors. This is another reason why doing the medicine cards for me is very critical and important, because I do feel that they really tie into that ancestry energy, because these indigenous people have been, have been working with the animals, the animal kingdom for a really long time. And I feel that we can utilize their knowledge, their information to help us navigate um, our own path. This is a beautiful card. I feel as though many of you are really making tremendous strides on in this row. Some are struggling and some are just shining bright. And just recognize that you will progress once you're able to control the thoughts. Now, your third column here, Virgo, has to do with how can you cultivate a healthier spiritual, physical balance. And what I'm going to say here is you're starting off with the Eight of Wands. For me, this is my victory card. This is fast moving energy. It does feel as though there is a lot of fire, inspiration, creativity in this card. It is saying that you're overcoming your obstacles and it's fast moving. So once you've made the decision, this is the direction you're going to go, I feel as though things are just going to start taking off for you. Your next card is this 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is a completion. Typically, this card shows a guy laying on the ground with the 10 swords in his back. Some of you may be feeling as though you have been stabbed in the back. And I say that because I'm realizing that a lot of people are feeling very disconcerted about some of the religious practices that have been on the planet that many of us have followed, have not really truly been as clean, clear, divinely guided, inspired as we would have liked. So many of us may be turning our backs to some of those old belief systems, incorporating new belief systems that are more in line with our heart and with the God of our heart. So don't feel bad if you are walking away from things. This is very healthy. You're walking into the light. You are walking into the arms of the God of your heart that is going to help guide you to your, through your next portion of your growth process. The Three of Wands here is definitely stating that you are definitely looking towards your future. How can you implement? How can you, where do you want to go? What is it that you want to experience? Where are you going to go to find the lessons that you would like to learn so that you can integrate some of these deeper, vast vats of knowledge that's out there? Some of you might be going on pilgrimages, or you might be going and finding other areas of your walk of life. It does show that you're very inspired and that you are just looking for the right timing of things in order for you to move forward. But you are keeping an open mind and open heart, and you're following your passion. So I congratulate you on that, Virgo. Your last column here has to do with what steps can you take to align with your life purpose. Now, this Knight of Cups. Now, typically, this Knight of Cups to me would represent taking action, moving forward. This type of person is definitely a person that lives with their heart on their sleeve. You absolutely know what they're thinking, what they're feeling at any moment. This guy, though, because this is a spiritual reading, I feel as though he is really integrating his heart in all areas of his life. He wants to come from that place of open love. He wants to manifest that in his life. He wants it to be the norm instead of being the abnorm, right? All you have to do is look around and you can see how much dissension, how much division has been created, and it has been created by design by those who are in power. And this guy, all he wants is peace and harmony, happiness and joy. And I feel as though if you can bring more of that, that will help you align with your purpose. And again, as I was stating, even with that 10 of Swords, she has felt as though she might have been stabbed in the back by those people who she gave her trust, her religious belief system to, that she invested time into. And with this Eight of Cups, it feels as though, again, it's another walk away card. It's walking away from those things that don't resonate with your heart. And again, walking into the sun, walking into the sunrise, leaving the darkness behind, leaving all of that energy that is no longer serving you. The thing about this too, though, is it is recognizing the dark night of the soul. A lot of times we have these dark night of the soul experiences because we are in a place where we are safe. We are surrounded by people who can help us through our healing process and who make it viable for us to be able to, clear some of this stuff from our space, clear some of these things from our past, heal some of those things that have been preventing us from walking our truth, walking our path, being the leader that we are meant to be. So your next card, I feel as though as you're walking away from things, as you're integrating your heart connection to those things that are important to you, as you're listening to your inner voice, right? You are going to become this badass queen. Now, first of all, if you're a male watching this, just recognize we all have feminine and masculine energies within us. This queen is the energy of the card. She is patient and she's very understanding. She's also badass. She's successful. She doesn't wait around for other people. She gets things done. She is a doer. She's very much like the emperor in the sense that she likes to solve things, fix things. She likes to have clear vision. She can do things on her own. She doesn't really need the help of others, but she's more than willing to accept help. She's more than willing to accept other people's opinions. It doesn't mean she's going to live her life by them. I love this about her. She also has a black cat that's right here beside her. The black cat in tarot used to represent an omen, about a bad omen. Back in the day when tarot was created, black cats were evil. They considered them evil, and they would kill those black cats as soon as they were born. But she feels as though, I love this cat. I don't care what anybody thinks about this cat. This cat is my cat, and I'm going to love it. So what she's doing is she's standing in her sovereignty. She's standing in her knowing. She is standing in her divinity also. And she's very happy about it. She's very inspired, very creative, very passionate. So I feel that is the direction you are going. You are going to be really feeling fulfilled. You're going to be feeling as though your intuition is really kicking in. Your inner voice is talking to you a lot more. You are really making those connections with your higher self. So overall, everything looks really, really beautiful here, Virgo. You're making some great progress in many areas. And for those of you who are maybe a little bit less, I mean, maybe a little bit not as far along as you would like to be, just recognize you're just going to take one bite of the elephant at a time. Take what you can chew, work it, and then work on that next bite, right? That's exactly what you do, little bits at a time. And before you know it, you are across that finish line. Okay, so your next cards are going to be, if you made it this far and you have not done so, please give me a thumbs up, a like, a share, and I forgot. I've got the spiel. Anyway, so your next card is don't take anything personally. Love and respect yourself. You know, I just love that. Love and respect yourself. And look, she's giving herself a hug. He's giving himself a hug. Whoever this is giving themselves a hug. I do that myself a lot. You know, hugs are magical. You are never responsible for the actions of others, but you are responsible for you. If someone is not treating you with love and respect, it is a gift if they walk away from you, right? It's a gift if they walk away from you, but it's also you can walk away from them. Anybody that wants to hurt you, right? Because that's that 8 of Cups. Walk away. No longer allowing toxicity in my life, and I'm not going to play little anymore. I'm stepping into my sovereignty. If they walk from you, you may hurt for a while, but your heart will eventually heal. And what you find is those people were probably not true friends anyway. If they were true friends, you wouldn't have to walk away. They wouldn't put you in a position where you had to walk away. Okay, your next card is don't take anything personally, which you've gotten another one. Embrace your freedom. You gain a huge amount of freedom when you take nothing personally. No spell. Look at that word, spell. No spell can affect you regardless of how strong it may be. And if you live without fear, oh, wait. So no spell can affect you regardless of how strong it may be. And if you live without fear, if you love, you will be happy with your life. And it really is that love, right? That love yourself, respect yourself, hold yourself to that higher vibration. When you do that and you don't allow anyone else, you put up those healthy boundaries and you say, you know, at one time you would be this way and I don't respect that anymore. I will not tolerate it. And so you have not that you have to give them an ultimatum, but you also don't have to play the game either. Messages: live your life to its fullest potential. Let go of the need for approval from others. Live up to your own expectations and nobody else. That was what I was just talking about, right? Live up, just raise your vibration. No more selling yourself short. That's perfect. Oh my goodness. Keep moving forward. You've got this. Love this message for you, Virgo. That's exactly what I was saying, but probably it was saying it a little bit more succinctly. Your last card is if you are feeling stuck in any area of your life, whether it is a relationship, a job, or just a situation, ask yourself, what is stopping me from leaving? Yes, leaving is scary, but sometimes it is the right step to take. Be brave. We are right beside you. Now, this is amazing because you got both of those cards that were talking about walking away from things that no longer serve you, walking away from any kind of toxic situations, people that hurt your heart, and you got it again. So, third time's a charm. Let me take off my glasses. I'm going to pull myself back on screen. Thank you so much if you made it this far into my reading. I hope there were nuggets here that helped you and that's going to help you. Again, if it doesn't resonate quite succinctly all the way through, just keep in mind that these are spiritual messages and spirit absolutely has your back. and will demonstrate what these messages mean to you personally as you progress through your path. So, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you a lot of love, happiness, joy, prosperity, inner peace, wisdom, good health. From my heart to yours, should you so decide to accept it. Until next time, take good care of you and enjoy your September.